2. And we are live on 11 show. Top of the top, I'm going to start it off. Y'all ran the subs up like we asked. We are currently at 110 subs. It's only up for here, man. Get in while you can. But we also did a giveaway. If y'all's following the IG, if y'all's keeping up with the shorts, we was doing a giveaway. $50 for us for the 100 subs. And I got it up right here. A boy AB_TV is our winner, man. He did all the instructions. He followed the instructions, man. And he said his favorite team is the Detroit Lions. Shout out to the Lions, dog.
Shout out AB, man.
Right. Hit us in the DM. You know, we gonna get you set. We gonna get you settled, bro. But I also got another DM from my boy AG, Aaron. He sent me this, man. I'm gonna get straight into it, dog. He said all-time favorite player from your rival team. That's how me stumped because, I'm Michigan and I'm an Oregon fan. And this was a college, by the way, college football. I said Braxton Miller from Ohio State.
That was mine. That was mine.
I couldn't hate him.
I knew it. I
couldn't hate you. I couldn't hate him. He was so cold, bro.
Bro,
so cold.
I don't know how we ended up with the same one, but I was gonna say, this one goes all the way back to Wayne High School in Ohio. There was a 5-star kid who I watched play in high school for the first time, and I seen he was going to Ohio State, and I was sick because he was the best high school player I ever seen on TV. And then he went to Ohio State and became a legend. But I got somebody else, so go ahead, talk about Braxton, bro.
Yeah, bro, Braxton. He was the birth of a lot of these QBs we seeing now, and he was like a shoulder injury pushed him into playing receiver because he definitely fits the mold of the quarterbacks of today. And he kind of him and that shoelace, the Denard Robinson tree, them dynamic dual threat, the Johnny Manziels, your Robert Griffins. But my honorable mentions was DTR from UCLA and CMC, who is now my running back for the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey, because I didn't really like nobody else from the Pac-12 for real. I only liked Oregon, so everybody else to me was trash, but they was cold. So
yeah,
I'm gonna let you go ahead, Chad.
All right, well, we got another Michigan fan opinion here, and this one's easy because I'm a Cowboys fan. It's got to be Ezekiel Elliott, bro. We never beat them. Every time he played us, he had at least 2 touchdowns, at least 100 yards, and most of the time he was done by the third quarter because he already did his work for the day. But Zeke was he was everything back. Bro was smooth. Bro was fast. He had the power. He'd do it all. So Zeke was like, I legit hated, like sports hated Zeke in college. And then we took him 4th overall, and it was all good. All gravy.
Yeah, shout out to Zeke.
Shout out Zeke.
All right, I got 2. I got 3, really, but I got 2 from the same team. And they from 2 different generations of football. Coming out of University of Michigan. Got to respect them. 1, Mike Hart.
Mm-hmm.
I loved how he ran. Michigan State fan. He used to bully our defense. I don't know how. He was a small dude too.
Yeah.
That was Blake Corum before Blake Corum, for real. If we're being real, literally. just not the heavy stat pad and everything like that.
It's funny that's his coach now.
Right. That's and then second out of you, Mish, Jabril Peppers.
Jabril,
a dog,
icy,
a dog.
Yeah,
like he made Michigan football exciting. And I'm like, dog, I hate you, man. Like, look at what you doing to us. He was
backflips.
He was a killer, man. Exciting player to watch on a rival team. I'm like, man, I don't want to see this dude today. Those are the days I had to bet against Michigan State, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then One from where we played ball. So Grand Valley, Matt Judon. Those are my three. Those are my three. And I'll, whatever. I don't know if we calling it a rivalry. We ain't never beat them, yada, yada, yada. But hey, that's
It was too close not to be a rival.
You're right, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
We damn near share the same main roads. So I just had to throw that one out there because that was exciting to watch, especially converting from NAIA to D2. And we was like, okay, like this is the level of competition we finna play. This dude is literally running the field, vertical, horizontal, and he's DN. He was crazy athletic. So got to give my respect to that for sure.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So that's it for me.
Well, we here. If y'all haven't heard, Ja Morant has lost his mind. Ja Morant has lost his mind among the long laundry list of stuff that the NBA has just shrugged off. They couldn't shrug this one off, or the Grizzlies couldn't. Ja Morant, seen early. If y'all probably seen it Sunday morning, it's all over. It's viral now. Waving a gun on IG Live. No.
No shots fired.
We seen CeeLo. We seen CeeLo short. Seen CeeLo short, man. He weighed in on it.
Yeah.
Actor wage, classic. That's a bar.
That's a bar.
I'm gonna get my take on it. I didn't want to jump on and make it short. I wanted to let it digest. You know what I'm saying? And my take on it is this, and I'm trying to look at it from a different perspective, right? Ja Morant come from a blue collar family, so to speak. He never had it hard. He wasn't no street kid, none of that. And him being a hooper or athlete, we know what we seen what it takes for somebody to go pro. We know pros. You got to be obsessed with it. You got to work extremely hard. You got to be obsessed with it. And T. Morant was hard on Ja. We know this. He wouldn't have got to where he is if he wasn't. So you got to think about it. And I'm not making excuses for Ja, by the way. This is a kid who worked. And you know how them strict parents is. You know how them kids get as soon as they get some freedom. We seen it on campus. We seen it firsthand on campus. Them kids, their parents were super strict on them. As soon as they get a chance to cut loose, they gonna cut loose. And I feel like Ja Morant, he finally got his bag. He finally got his freedom. He up from underneath his dad because now he the breadwinner in the family. I feel like he finally got his freedom and he getting to do whatever he want now. So he done lost his mind. He done lost his mind, bro. And he probably coming from Murray State. I don't know if he thought he was getting to the NBA right away from Murray State, but like going to Murray State, it ain't like he went to Duke. It wasn't like he was a guaranteed first round. He was a 2-year guy until he went viral for jumping over people. So all of this work you did, for you to be acting like this is completely idiotic. You fumbling generational wealth, $200 million. Not everybody can roll out of bed. You worked hard for this, bro. You worked hard for this. The odds were stacked against you, bro. You got a Nike deal, Powerade, all of that. Nike still standing by you as of now.
Yep.
And they shrugged off. You point the gun, allegedly, all this is allegedly pointing the beam at the Pacers. You know what I'm saying? You fighting a high school kid. You know how to get at them runs. And then you know what I'm saying?
Wait. Where you be running at, bro?
I know you done seen that. Y'all done seen that guy. One of the high schooler probably got a bucket on him. He talking crazy to John.
Yeah.
Y'all see John jabbering. So it probably go back and forth. And anyways, we don't get on from that. But that was excessive. Him coming back with the gun and all that. And then to add on top of that, you was at the strip club with the joint.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got enough money to have detailed security. And if you want to have a CPL and you want to carry, that's fine. But keep it to yourself. Go to the range, bro. If you want to hold a gun that bad, you got too much money. I don't think he understand the magnitude of what he got going on because he got so much so quick right now.
But much to lose.
I'm gonna let y'all weigh in. I said my piece on it. I'm gonna let you weigh in next, Chad.
Yeah, I ain't got much to add to that, bro. You don't hit it all, bro. You done covered it between you and Caleb Short earlier, bro. Act your wage. That's the line in 2023 so far. Awesome. Act your wage. So, hey, if y'all ain't checked that video out, go check it out. It's on Insta on the 111 Show page. It's on CeeLo's page. It's on YouTube. But yeah, I ain't got much to add to it, bro. It's like we can sit here and pile on him as much as we want. We can sit here and make excuses for him as much as we want. But at the end of the day, it's like Ja knew what he was doing, and he knew better than to do that. He already went to a fake rehab for this, right? What do he do? 8 days? He did 8 days in a fake rehab for this very issue. And as soon as they get bounced out the playoffs, what did he do? Oh, it's my fault, guys. I got suspended. I messed up the team. If I was there the whole time, we would have probably stayed in a good rhythm and we would have played better.
Yeah,
he
bro.
made all these excuses, right? And 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, after they get bounced, he does it again.
I just don't like how everybody come in and jump and be like, well, you need better friends and all of this stuff.
Nah, bro.
He definitely do, but y'all all done better. Y'all, we got black parents, we got black grandparents, aunts, uncles.
Yep.
I'm sure y'all have heard this. If you hang around 4 crackheads, you're gonna be the 5th one. If you hanging around 4 dummies, you're gonna be the 5th dummy.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the 5th dummy. And even if I'm Ja, even if I'm not the best of friends with you, and I'm just hanging out with Ja Morant, that's the money. Even if you a dummy yourself for not taking advantage of the opportunity you got with Ja, you need to be trying to add some type of value if he still got you hanging around him at the moment. Like that's where I come in with the friends that's stupid on both sides. But I'm gonna let CeeLo talk about it because I can go on all day about how many different ways of stupidity is going on.
I don't even blame his friends. I blame Ja, bro. Go ahead, CeeLo.
Yeah, it ain't too much to say about it. I already said it, bro. I just don't like the fact, like Melly touched on the generational wealth aspect. I don't like that he jeopardizes those millions of dollars because, as fans of the game, watching analysts, watching ESPN, and following Adam Schefter and all of these, and Woj and stuff like that. When these contracts come out, man, like we genuinely get excited about somebody that doesn't even know we exist. Wealth, you know what I mean?
They look like me.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I just get upset about it. And that dude probably I'll never see that dude. I might not ever talk to him. Maybe I hope have a social media encounter here and there, but realistically, we not gonna come in contact with Ja. So it just upsets me that he jeopardizes that, man, because not everybody gets a chance to do that. I mean, how many people? I forget what the statistic is each year of like how many people actually make it to the NBA or how many people have played in the NBA, things like that. Like, not everybody gets that chance, bro.
No, not at all. Yep. And I think you hit the nail on the head about the general wealth. Like you a father as well. So what about her kids, and your nieces, nephews, uncles, all of that, bro? So it's just sad. And you look like me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hair, dress, twisted up. You know what I'm saying? And I know we're not supposed to look at athletes as role models, but like a lot of you see Kobe's children in the NBA today. You know what I'm saying? You see children of LeBron in the NBA, like, you know what I'm saying, that they looked up to try and strive after, bro. So I get it. They not role models. You shouldn't follow them as people who you should be influenced by and you shouldn't be influenced by. But all in all, I think until something happens, he's not gonna learn his lesson. And it sucks because I still feel like the youth is with him. I really don't think they care that he had a gun or he didn't hurt nobody. He didn't hurt nobody yet. And I feel like you need to put it down because right now the kids, the next generation is what matters and is what's going to keep the sport alive. And they love Ja. If you get on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, everywhere else, they love Ja. So it's just sad to see. And I hopefully he learned his lesson from this. And this is the last time we got to talk about him in this light. And we get to talk about him as like an NBA champion or an MVP or something, because that's what he was on his way to. But I'm done harping on it, bro. We got some more news out of the NBA. Monty Williams was let go from the Suns after finals appearance, coach of the year, and after they got rid of all the depth to bring in KD. As soon as they don't get championship or bust, and they busted, pause. They got sent home. They gotta sit home, bro.
They what, bro?
You heard me.
Go ahead.
But yeah, bro. I don't understand. I feel like this is more ownership. Matt Ishbia coming in and wanting a new look on things rather than Monty Williams being an inadequate coach. I hope the Pistons grab him. But yeah, bro. I feel like he could do a lot with that young talent if they bring in some veteran guys. They got a lot, but that's another conversation. But yeah, bro, I feel like they was trying to do too much, like all at once with bringing in KD. Like, what did you expect? These teams that's left in the playoffs, but besides the Heat, but they got a different element. They're pretty deep. They got pretty deep benches and good role players. I get it. Jock Landale and all these other guys wasn't going to beat the number one seed. I'm sorry, it wasn't going to happen with no Chris Paul and all these other players. But yeah, bro, I'm gonna let y'all weigh in on it.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's two ways to look at this, right? Like, you can look at it from the fans' point of view, where they say, "Wow, we just lost a good coach that took us to the finals, 2 years ago, and for what? He lost a series that he was never supposed to win. He lost a series to a better team in 6 games, with some of his best players not playing. They threw that team together at the trade deadline, and they said, go ball. KD got hurt, so they didn't get a chance to gel, and they lose to the number 1 seed.
Yeah, like KD got hurt in the layup line, bro. Like, how can he control that? Lanky bastard.
Well, yeah, he's just too lanky. But that's one way to look at it. And then the other way to look at it is from ownership point of view, which is,
KD.
All right, I just got here. I just paid, $6 billion for this team. And I don't like how things ended last year. I don't like how things ended this year. I don't know you that well. I'm not getting along with you that well. Maybe I am getting along with you, but you're still not my guy. So maybe it's just a instance of, hey, it's new ownership, new turnover. Some people gonna keep their jobs. Some people ain't. That's just the reality of it. When you sell a team, you sell a franchise, you sell a company, anything. So that's the other way to look at it, is like, hey, maybe it's just classic turnover. Don't be surprised if there's a lot of big trades too from the Suns. Like, I would not be surprised if Ayton gets shipped out this offseason.
Get him out of there, coach.
I would not be surprised if CP gets shipped out of Phoenix.
Get him out of there.
Go.
So it's like, hey, it's new ownership. Hey, we got to get some things moving. So, hey, I mean, there's a couple ways to look at it, but either way it goes, I do believe that Monty Williams is a good coach.
Facts. Yeah,
maybe Chris Paul become the coach.
Yeah, he probably got enough knowledge too, but let's see.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Let's see CP as like an offensive assistant first or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm not just jumping into the coaching roles like Jason Kidd and Steve Nash. Yeah, see where those guys have gotten. But anyway.
I'm like, man, did he just take a shot at my Mavericks? Or
yeah, I mean, sort of, kind of, but not really. Jason Kidd got them boys. He got them boys hooping with Luka hurt. Mm-hmm. But with Luka healthy is, I just think he messes up the flow of the game. But
jeez, we went to the Western Conference Finals last year.
You know what, bro? Look, I ain't gonna harp on that.
All right.
We're not gonna harp on that. We're not gonna harp on that.
Hey, go ahead.
Nah, I have to agree with your take, because that just makes sense. Once once a new guy comes in, you got to kind of clear house. We see that happen like everywhere in sports, like college football, NFL. Like, new ownership comes in, they usually clear house and bring their guys in. So I had to kind of say that you are correct on that one. But I just didn't like it though, because I'm like, you get like the Suns were in a drought for so long where they weren't making the playoffs. Okay, if they did make the playoffs, they're getting bounced out first, second round because they're the 8th or 7th seed. And then you finally make it, playoff. You get playoff. I'm not going to say deep playoff runs, but, you get 2 deep playoff runs, 2 years, right? Oh, yeah. And then you get coach of the year 2 years in a row. Like, not 2 years in a row, but was it staggered 1 year?
He got him. They didn't.
Yeah. So he got 2 coach of the years. And it's like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like it just wasn't fair. But hey, let's see him somewhere else. Like you said, Detroit. I wouldn't even have thought about that, but that's another situation where it's like we kind of already had like our Monty Williams in Detroit with Dwayne Casey. He won Coach of the Year too with Toronto, and they fired him the year he won Coach of the Year. So it's like, what's really going on in the league, man?
I'm gonna shake him.
So it's not really too much more for me to say about that. I just think that he should have at least got one more year. One.
Yeah, at least another one with KD.
But
I'm not even gonna say that though. Like, because think about it, Caleb. If you bought the let's say you bought the Texans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they got Lovie Smith in there, and they just finished 2-15. I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to try to bring in your own guy, or are you going to be like, hey, these guys love Lovie. Lovie's had success in the past. I'm gonna give Lovie one more year. No, you want that change ASAP, right?
No, I want Lovie one more year.
Yeah, not a chance, bro. Not me.
Yeah, I want it in my image, bro. I'm sorry. Whatever.
Yeah, I want Lovie one more year, man. Come on, man.
I love you to death, Lovie, but I gotta see what's to this.
Yeah. But hey, like
to each his own. To each his own.
Yeah.
But Ishby is a hooper too. That's another thing. The owner.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So he got his own opinions and mentality of what his team should look like.
You want it in his image.
Tom Izzo.
Can't be mad at him.
Coming to coach the Suns.
Yeah,
maybe.
That'd be
he's about to retire.
But we got a bubble rematch of the Eastern and Western Conference Finals.
Wow.
So before we get into the previews, I posed a question to y'all. A lot of people have an asterisk next to that championship and those playoffs. And they say, I'm not saying it's a majority, but some people say it was a Mickey ring. I put a little poll up, but a lot of people saying, yeah, because there was no home court advantage, this and that is an asterisk next to it. But I'm on the side of it's just basketball. There's no home court advantage for anybody. So y'all on the even playing field, y'all just got to hoop, in my opinion. So I believe this is just a testament to these are greatly ran organizations to be able to make adjustments to make deep playoff runs. That's all it is. And that's my take on it.
Yeah, I think these are probably, honestly, Lakers excluded, but Bron kind of overcomes the shenanigans in the Laker organization. But these are three of the four best run organizations in the NBA. So
historically, the Lakers are run great.
Are they though? In the last 20 years,
I said historically. I mean, we had ownership.
The Genie Bus era has not been great, bro. It has not been great.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got a chip. You feel me?
Them Kobe teams were terrible his last stretch. It wasn't fair to Kobe. Like they were not running that. They were not running that organization well. Anyway, that's besides the point.
Anywho, they got
the point is
Lamar Odom was on crack. Come on, man. Give me a break.
That's a personal problem. He a freak. Because in the Bronx was going crazy.
Oh man, I forgot my whole train of thought. Yeah. Anyway, all these teams are good organizations, right? So it's not surprising that they were the teams that found success in the bubble, because from the top down, they run in a tight ship. Brown running a tight ship, no matter where he at. But yeah, it just goes to show you, like, hey, y'all could call it a fluke all y'all want to. The Mickey Mouse ring, all that, yeah. It's all dead now. It's dead.
Yeah, like I said, it was all good teams. Go ahead, CeeLo.
No, I really don't. I have no comment on that, man, because I enjoy watching the bubble. That was probably the most I paid. I mean, obviously, we were in a pandemic, so
they had no choice.
They had no choice but to watch what was going on. But that was probably the most I enjoyed basketball, because everything was just high octane on a high frequency, like tough shots being made, actually pretty good defense being played. Like, I enjoyed the bubble, so I feel like it was awkward at most for both teams that competed in the championship, because you didn't get that feel from like your home crowd or anything like that, because sometimes you can't get an advantage from that. But
you got no Mike Breeden.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you can't get an advantage from that, but outside of that, I look, man, the bubble was lit. So
The
I'm
bubble
kind of
is
excited.
pure hoops.
Yeah, it's
It was
pure hoops.
pure
So
hoops.
I'm kind of excited to see,
pure.
the different aspects of what the crowd may bring, and it's two different teams though. You know what I mean? Like the bubble was 2-3 years ago now, and these guys are a little bit older. Some guys aren't aren't as healthy as they were back in the bubble. They don't recover as well as when the bubble was. You know what I mean? So, and some teams aren't as deep as they were from when the bubble. But we gonna see, man. I like these. I like the two matchups. Well, except for Celtics Heat. I really don't like that matchup too much.
I still like it.
I like it.
I
really like it
don't.
a lot.
I like the Lakers Nuggets more than I like the Celtics and the Heat. It's just I feel like if Jason Tatum keeps up his high octane scoring like he just did in the Game 7, like it's gonna be exciting to watch because Jimmy Butler is gonna play up to that.
Yeah,
and I'll be excited to watch that. But if it gets kind of boring, we're like, okay, now they in like a shooting slump, and now it's just pure defense where like you barely getting any points. You might be getting like a little 6-0 run here and there. That's boring, bro. I can't sit there and watch that. I'll be sleep on the couch.
Yeah, we don't got James and Embiid this series.
So
ain't gonna be none of that.
We'll see. I'm more excited for the Lakers Nuggets.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna just go ahead and tap in into the Celtics and the Heat. Now we was tough on Tatum. He had a bounce back game 6 fourth quarter, not a game. He had a bounce back fourth. And then he completely dismantled the 76ers for 3 straight quarters because they was out of the game by the middle half, 7-minute point of the fourth. They was probably still up where you got a little life to go on a run, but
third quarter.
Yeah, third quarter.
Yeah, third quarter. They was whooping them. But man, Tatum answered a child of Kobe.
If you will.
Yeah, a child of Kobe.
Texted cuz at halftime still.
Yeah, he probably still texting dog. You know what I'm saying?
Read it back.
Vanessa told bro to cut it off. But knock it off. But no, I'm just playing. Shout out to Jason Tatum. He definitely showed up. He was real MVP for Boston. Shout out to Malcolm Brogdon because he was hooping too. You were watching Malcolm Brogdon with hooping.
I like the way that guy plays basketball. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Smart.
I like the way he plays basketball.
Yeah.
High IQ.
Big body guard, strong, get to the cup, can hit a deep shot.
Smart player.
Smart.
It almost seems like he's exactly the type of player Milwaukee needed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sick they let him go.
But next up, we gotta talk Heat, man.
Wait. So are we going to review and preview, or are we just going to preview? Let me know right now.
Were we reviewing the 76ers?
Yeah, because we got to talk about Doc, bro.
Yeah.
Doc wants to stay, but does the 76ers want Doc to stay?
Nah, man.
Right, that's the issue.
The city don't want Doc in there.
The city don't want Doc, bro.
The city don't want Embiid in there no more. The process is over with, bro.
Right.
I seen a little something from Embiid too. I'm glad you kept us on this point. I seen a little something from Embiid, smiling, whispering sweet nothings to Jason Tatum and Brown after the game, talking about, oh yeah, you're gonna get no, bro. I'm sitting there with Taryn like I could not. I'd be sick to my stomach.
Sick.
You get a good game, bro. I'm moving on because bro, you just fed me buckets, 50-piece McNugget.
My niece 4 years old pointing at the TV like, who is that? He getting cooked. Come on, bro. This
spicy.
And I gotta try to explain to her that this is the league MVP. This is the best player in the league. The one that's out there getting.
He was getting forced into shooting fadeaway threes from the top of the key and clanking them.
Man.
Yeah, bro. So I don't want to see no smile on your face. You better off. You was better. I let it slide when you was crying after the Raptors, dog. But now you wanna be keying and go good game. Nah, bro.
Yeah, I'm seeing a rebuild for the 76ers. Go and find a new answer.
Right.
Shout out to AI. They need another answer. It's not Embiid. It's not James Harden, and it's not Doc Rivers.
I believe the process has ran its course, bro.
for sure.
I
you
seen
can't.
I seen something today that was funny. I don't know if y'all follow Chill Town Hoops, but
Yep.
bro, he said James Harden is like the girl you sent to rehab. She
Oh,
come out, her hair full, she looking good, and she come back to the hood, and she go missing for 3 days. That's what he compared James Harden to, bro. I'm sorry, I had to repeat that because that was a bar. That was a bar. No,
As a
I did see
Harden
that
lover,
clip.
that's sick.
it was sick, bro. Because it just he be so high, and then he just like you said, he go missing.
He's the type of guy who has failed to live up to the moment so many times in the playoffs. And you hate to see it because we know he got all the talent in the world. And he showed us in this series multiple times, 3 times that I can point to exactly, that he can execute at a high level against them and drop 40 or play his game and get 20 and 15 assists. You know what I mean? So to put all this money into Harden and Embiid, and Embiid goes out there and gets you 15 points while the best player on the other team is dropping 50, like something ain't right with the process, bro, because it's never supposed to be that bad.
You got Joel saying it was 2-on-5. I
No, it
mean,
wasn't.
I get Tobias and Maxey, but that's not. They supposed to give you 10 to 15,
Right.
20. His
Right.
30 is amazing.
He didn't do his part, is what happened.
Yeah, so I don't want to hear nothing about that. Shout out to Dame. You said, huh?
Right.
What you mean, huh?
What?
Yeah, strap them on. Strap your
Yeah.
grapes on. Get to it. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that mess. But let's talk about the ultimate leader in Jimmy Butler and how he put the Knicks to bed. Shut the lights out for New York. I think this is the epitome of a leader, the guy you want. I don't know if it's his attitude and he rubs ownership the wrong way. It seems like he's found a home and his attitude is welcome with open arms at the Heat. But for Minnesota and the 76ers, who we just talked about, to let him go for Tobias Harris.
That's not true.
That's what he said. Y'all, you
That's
remember?
a misnomer. That's a misnomer. That's not true, bro.
He said
that's
it.
Not how it went down. They basically
know,
picked Ben Simmons over him, which now it looks bad, but it was basically Ben Simmons over Jimmy. That's what really
Jimmy, dog. Give me Jimmy.
But still, yeah, go ahead, bro. I agree with what you were saying. Go ahead.
Give me Jimmy. That's what I'm just quoting the man. Tobias Harris over me.
Yeah,
he got them boys out of there. But back again with the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? So they got him out of here in Game 7 last year. This was a good series, but like you said, the Heat are shorthanded, and the Celtics can go on them types of flurries. That's reminiscent to some of them Golden State runs that they do, like that Clay and Curry go on, or like you know what I'm saying, LeBron and Kyrie, like them type of runs, Shaq and Kobe type runs. They go on them type runs, get you out of here.
Yeah,
for 40 apiece. So what could have been Brunson and Luka. I just had to throw that in their chat.
Don't remind me.
But they go on some crazy runs, man. And I don't want to pick against them again, bro, because it seemed like every time the other team on paper looks great, Jimmy Butler finds some way, and Eric Spoelstra, they find some way to have them and boys in the position to win the game. And I think Kyle Lowry he stepped up majorly for them.
For sure.
And Bam was hooping. He's been hooping. He made Julius Randle and them boys look poo-poo.
Yeah.
You little boy, and then he put back dunk on their head. I'm like, this is the Bam I've been wanting to see.
That's the real Bam for sure.
That's the real Bam.
The real Bam.
Yeah, dog. There's gonna be another classic series between them, bro. I can't wait to see it. I don't even know how to call it. I would love to see 7 games because we don't got no other series on, but
yeah.
So
go ahead, call it, even though you don't know how to. Get the people what they want.
I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Oh no.
Sorry, Jimmy, but I got the Celtics.
Yeah.
Wow.
They got too much depth.
Yeah.
They got too much depth.
Well, like you just said a little bit earlier, it's kind of all about in this series where we don't have a horse in this race, we don't have a dog in this fight. It comes down to who do I want to root for, and I'm tired of picking against the Heat, bro. I don't care that they don't have the talent on paper. I no longer care. Heat in 7. That's it. I'm tired of watching Boston because every time I put my faith in Boston, for some reason they make me sweat it out so bad. And they make me second guess it so bad.
I don't want to jinx
all
the
the
Heat.
time.
I don't want to jinx the Heat though and pick them. I've been picking against them the whole time.
But something honestly just does not feel right about this Celtics team. It don't feel all the way solid.
It's not all the way there.
Thank you.
It's
all right,
not.
Good. I thought it was just me, bro.
Was it all right? So was it
it
real quick? I'm gonna let you keep going. So was it more the 76ers being bad or the Celtics being that good?
It's more about the 76ers being bad.
No doubt about it.
B-A-D.
Yeah.
To the grave.
Yeah.
Jimmy and 7.
Thank you. Come on to the good side. Because I don't want to sit here and root for the Celtics, bro.
Root for the good guys, man. I don't like the Celtics, dog.
I don't like
them.
Nick,
my homie coworker Nick brought in a Jason Tatum jersey today.
Yeah.
I know I'm wearing green, but I don't like that green.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, from an analysis point, the Celtics are probably better defensively. They're certainly better offensively, even though they haven't been in the playoffs.
I don't think they're better defensively.
I do. I definitely do. They're going to match up better than the Knicks for sure. Everything leans Celtics from an analytical view, but I'm a bet on the heart. I'm a bet on the tough guys, man. For the one time, this is something we could get away with in football, right? We can be like, all right, this team's soft. I don't care if they put up 30 points a game, whatever. If we see a soft team, we could bet against them and we could feel good, right? Like that's how we hit on like the Steelers money lines for plus 400 and stuff like that.
Facts.
Because we know a tough team is going to show up and ball. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna put a little football in it. I'm betting on the tough guys. Give me the Heat in 7.
Yeah. I like Pat Riley as an owner a lot. He is one of the NBA gangsters, in my opinion.
For sure.
I like Pat Riley a lot. So I can't hate on Eric Spoelstra. He's probably been he's gotta be like one of the longest lasting coaches, because I feel like every other team that cycled through a few coaches.
It's like popping him.
Yeah, like he's been there. He's been there since Brian came there. Like they all came in there together, and he's still been there. Like, you know what I mean? Like we didn't see D-Wade go and retire. We didn't see Bosh go and retire. We didn't see Brian slide. We didn't see all these cats come through Miami, and he's still there. Like, so
yeah.
I like to see them succeed for sure. And I mean, I'm not trying to be a yes man and agree with y'all. I'm not a fan of the Celtics either, because those exact reasons. Like, they make you sweat it out. They should be very dominant. Like, it shouldn't even be a question. And because they make it questionable sometimes, I'm gonna have to roll with the Heat.
Right.
I think that Jimmy Butler can play good enough defense to knock JT or Jaylen Brown out of their rhythm, or to kind of choke them up enough for the Heat to make a run with a bench.
On the nose.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For them to make a run with a bench. And if they get a bench rolling, I think that the Heat could, force a game 7, or maybe they might be able to steal one on the road.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm hoping for with the Heat. I want to see them back in the ship, even though I had already said that, hey, like if it ended up being like a Lakers Heat rematch bubble, it's gonna be buns, which I still think it will be.
I disagree.
I don't want to see Boston back there, man. I'm a hater. I'm a Boston hater for this one. I want to see the Heat in there.
You brought up a great point too. I want to harp on it a little bit longer. Eric Spoelstra clearly has the coaching advantage over Mazzulla. And although the Heat do not have the talent advantage, I feel like Spoelstra is going to be able to throw some tricks in there and throw them off just enough for a couple games and a couple possessions, actually, and sneak a win or two here and there. So, yeah, I think that's where my faith is going to have to be at. It's going to be in Jimmy, the Heat culture, toughness, and Eric Spoelstra being the best coach on the planet.
Last thing, and then we're gonna go to Lakers Celtics. The last thing I'm gonna harp on, and then we're gonna move on. The Heat are gonna make it ugly for the Celtics. And this, but what just popped into my head is the Celtics have these laws. And if Jason Tatum has anything like he had in the 76ers series where he goes scoreless for 3/4 or he misses his first 10 shots, they're gonna smell blood in the water.
Yeah, that's
And Jimmy, we know Jimmy is a shark. So that's my last little thing. And that's where I think the Celtics is gonna get in trouble. But hey guys, I told y'all. Y'all counted them out. Y'all ain't believe in the Lakers. Y'all ain't believe in AD and Bron them. I heard Clay, I heard Dre. But we back in the conference final. I told y'all them boys was going home.
Continue.
I told y'all them boys was going home.
You did.
And y'all was counting on Clay. Well, Clay was clanking. Y'all counting on the pool party. It's Adult Swim. The boy out of here. I was counting on Steph. Steph couldn't do it by himself. Steve Kerr said it wasn't a championship roster. He wasn't lying. I think it's time. to move on because this Kuminga Moody experiment is not working. Iguodala's holding up a bench spot. Poole,
He retired.
all right, good for him, bro. The podcast slapping, but y'all counted out my Lakers, man.
Sure did.
Y'all counted out my Lakers, man.
Wholeheartedly.
Yes, we did.
And we came. We show improved. We show improved on these boys, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of how they came through. Shout out to Reeves. He was a wobbler this series. He was a wobbler. Now he about to get in. He about to make himself a bag if he continues to perform like he is. You know what I'm saying? AD still playing phenomenal, lights out on defense. You know, I feel like that 3-headed monster. Well, it was almost like I believe our stable of guards is what makes this team like it's our second win. Because if D'Lo ain't clicking, Lonnie can come in and give you a few buckets. If Dennis Schroeder ain't chirping, you know what I'm saying? Reeves is making a play. And then you know what I'm saying, you throwing a Hachimura again, which you know he come in, he make it ugly. Vanderbilt, he come in, he make it ugly. And they get after it on defense and they give effort. And I think they like to play defense. And I feel they just wore the Warriors out. Draymond was tired. Draymond was tired of it by the end of the game, bro. You can only see he was frustrated. All the shots that was getting missed. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could really get into a rhythm. And the Steph and them boys, I believe they got as far as they got just due to them like just having playoff experience, and it was more experience than the Kings. And I feel like the Lakers wanted it more. But that's the end of my little rant.
No, it's a well-deserved rant. And I'm so glad that we did have somebody on the Lakers here on the pod because we were all rooting for the Lakers. At least me and you were. I don't know where CeeLo's rooting interest lies. But it was good to have you here to have faith in it. Because when I look at the Lakers, I really see that their greatest strength is also their greatest weakness, in my opinion. And it's much like Boston, right? You never know what Lakers you're going to get. Is AD going to have 6 points tonight, or is he going to have 36 tonight? You know what I mean? And we're going to get to the King.
Hey,
we're going to get to the King. You should have worn the jersey. That's what you should have did.
Facts. It's all right. Wear it when they win.
But let me hop back to giving you your props. I was torn the whole time because it's like you never know what Lakers you're going to get. And their greatest strength right now is their depth of playmakers. If you look in the past and you think about Brown teams, right? Brown was the first guy to really be an offense to himself. He was the first one to be the heliocentric offense guy, right? The Jokic, the Luka, the Harden in Houston. The one guy who does everything on the team and he gets all the assists because all he wants is shooters around him, right? Brown was the first dude to do this. And the way the Lakers are built now is completely different than any other Bron team, even the 2020 Finals team.
I agree with you.
Because now he has playmakers around him who can create their own shot instead of a Danny Green in the corner who Bron's going to drive and kick to and expect to knock down a shot. This ain't that Bron no more. So I feel like they're a perfect complement around him. But let me get back to it. My issue with that is you never know what you're going to get from those role players. That's why it was hard for me to get behind them because I thought Golden State was a more, solid thing to hang my hat on. But Clay didn't show up. Wiggins got hurt.
Poole
didn't show up. Moody is too young. He's not. The light's too bright. Kuminga, he refused to play Kuminga. I don't know why. He would have been the best athlete on the court, but nope, no minutes.
DiVincenzo was their best chance.
DiVincenzo hooped.
DiVincenzo had to.
Andrew Wiggins' ribs was hurting.
Yeah,
but like you said, Melly, you can't stop the rain. Reign. The king won this for them. He knew how to pick his spots, and I love how he came out in Game 7 because off tip, we texted in the group chat, "Hey, Brian going straight to the cup tonight.
Straight to the cup.
He going right at.
It's almost like he was just saving it. It almost just like he was just saving it.
Oh yeah,
love to see
it.
Love to see it.
I know he wasn't, but like,
no, he was. No, he most certainly was. We seen him deferring in early game situation. Like what? He didn't take a shot in the first half of what? Game 5, game.
I feel like he was. Well, D'Lo was dropping 20 in the meantime, but I feel like he and then I'm gonna let you go, Caleb. I feel like he has more shot creators. He got more J.R. Smiths. They're not on the level of Kyrie or anything like that, but like they got more. They got a handle. You know what I'm saying? They could finish out the cup and they could shoot the outside. They got a little bit of the in between game. Is it greatness? No, but they can make them shots. You know what I'm saying? D'Lo is a tough shot maker. Austin Reeves, he does a good job of drawing contact, which is a little James Harden-esque. The way he draws contracts, he get underneath your arm and he keep the ball up and he kind of just hang in the air after the contact and flick it up. I see him do that a lot, but
D'Lo's the best at it.
Looney got that game. D'Lo got that little herky jerk handle where you get to the like in between to that floater and he can hit the outside shot. My problem is with them is they all streaky, but they all had the ability to do it off the bounce. Which is we didn't see, like you said. I'm gonna steal your point a little bit.
Go ahead.
It was more of James Johnson. It was more, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna kick it out to Boobie Gibson. I'm gonna kick it out to. I'm gonna throw it back for y'all because this is how long we've been watching.
Kick it back to Eric Snow.
You know what I'm saying? We kicking it out to Ray Allen. We kicking it out to Norris Cole, Mario Chalmers, them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a little bit more of that. But now, Caleb, I'm gonna let you harp on it, man. Go ahead.
Well, I done knocked my guy off, my Sag Nasty guy, but I got another Sag Nasty guy to root for, which is Darvin Ham. So, I definitely, if it wasn't gonna be the Warriors winning out of the West, I definitely want to see Brian come out the West. Sorry to my Nuggets fans out there, my boy Shano. Sorry to you. Yeah, I don't want to see them winning. I don't really like the Nuggets, man. I don't like what they be doing. I don't like how they treat the older cats that came through the Nuggets and made that team a name. Like, they don't really treat Melo like he should be treated.
Man.
Yeah.
Have y'all called Melo?
Like, come on, man. Like,
bro, Melo at New York at the games.
He said, he get more love in New York.
Yeah.
So I want to see Brian. I want to see Brian win as long as he can because we know it's not too many more years left. So definitely rooting for Brian since they done knocked off the guys that I was rooting for originally. And there's another Michigan State guy on the team, Max Christie, but he's not really playing. He get garbage time. So root for Brian, man. I'm excited to see them beat up on the Nuggets.
So Caleb, wait, before you stop, tell me, who disappointed you most on the Warriors? Because for me, it was Clay. Like, I expected Clay to have more in him, being a leader.
It's Clay for me.
He just refused to make a shot. So you tell me, who disappointed you the most?
Klay Thompson and Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta give me the statistics on how they shot. Boy, I promise you, boy, they done
Bad.
put holes in the roof.
What we saying? What we saying in the chat? They building subdivisions.
You said they building a
Okay.
You said Clay building a subdivision out here.
Man, he stunk it up.
Dude,
Yeah, bro.
hey, man.
Can I tell y'all my problem with Clay?
What's
Yeah.
that?
Clay is a great player, one of the all-time shooters.
Mhm.
But here's my problem with Clay. He will. It left a bad taste in my mouth. Pause when he called out the Grizzlies after they won this previous championship, because I'm like, it's like you beat up on little brother and then you go, now what? You know what I'm saying? Now you were supposed to win,
Yeah.
bro. You were
Right.
supposed to win.
Yeah.
You're supposed to win that game, bro. And you bring up them, bro. This is your fourth championship? It was the fourth championship.
Yeah.
And you thinking about what Jaren Jackson and them said, bro. That's on the top of your mind. It ain't even the Celtics, bro. So
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes Clay got this like front runner thing, and like he run to them rings, and he pulled like the Kobe. He pulled like the Kobe throwing up your fingers and all of that. But I'm like, bro, you had some help from KD, Steph, and Dre, bro. Stop acting like I get you had your moments. You had great moments. You're an incredible player, but bro, stop it. Because I ain't seen none of them antics to the Lakers. I ain't seen none of that killer mentality. None of that.
Facts.
So,
Austin Reeves was putting him through hell, boy.
Yeah, Klay Thompson, great player, but bro, yeah, man,
And you know
that just
what?
made me mad.
The worst thing about it, bro, is that he missed more open shots than he did contested.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing about it.
By far.
That's both of us, Poole and Clay.
Mhm.
Like he missed more open shots than he did contested.
Yeah, Poole getting a lot of the flack, but where was Clay? Where is Steph's help from Clay? Yeah, man.
If Warriors hit them, if Clay hit them open shots, I think we might have been watching the game 7.
Yeah,
I think we might have been watching the game 7.
There was a chance. There was a chance.
I think we might have been watching the game 7.
Well, game 6 Clay was a
no
thing, but
exist.
it wasn't a thing that time.
No, game 6 Clay is no more. We gonna have to find Clay another game. He might be game 1 or game 2 Clay now.
Game 2.
Kings Clay, Grizzlies Clay.
Yeah, man.
Right.
He loved playing against them. Yeah, dog. So Lakers in 6.
Okay, that's your preview?
Lakers in 6.
Or is that your review? I don't know if you're going forward or backwards here.
Lakers in 6.
Or
no, I'm
both.
just playing. But for both, though, the thing to get this done, they get this thing done in 6, bro. I believe Vanderbilt and AD are gonna make it ugly for Jokic. He's still gonna get his. You could just hope he missed sometimes. But like I said, I'm big on the other guys. The other guys win you games. So my biggest concern in this series from the other guys is MPJ, Michael Porter Jr. Because he could turn into a flamethrower, Human Torch at times. But as far as the other guys, it's him and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like Aaron Gordon don't got a reliable enough jumper. He's a good defender, and as well as Bruce Brown. You know, he's a good. But I believe our guards could kind of corral those guys and make it ugly for them.
Yep.
That's what they got to do. It got to be another tough game. Get into the cup, tire them out so they're a little bit more fatigued on the defensive end. I think that's the way Darvin Ham's gonna go about it, just based off his demeanor and what I heard from the pregame. He said we just gonna throw different looks at Jokic, and that's what I thought they should have did. So I'm believing, they don't got a Dwight Howard this time or a JaVale McGee, so you're gonna have to switch between a swifter, quicker Vanderbilt and AD's shot blocking and rim protection. So you have to switch between them two. They're talking about Mo Bamba's ankle, but I wouldn't rely on Dog right now.
No.
And they mentioned it, so I got to mention it.
Who?
Right.
They mentioned this, so I got to mention it. If Dog was on the court, I feel like if he was in the rhythm, but I feel like coming off an injury, I'm not putting him up against the MVP. I wouldn't count on it.
Nah.
So I say double Jokic, make these other guys win the game. Limit Jamal Murray as much as you can because he makes tough shots too.
Yeah.
He's a shot maker. But again, we could throw different looks at him from the guard spot. Maybe get Hachimura some more minutes, stuff like that. He don't really got the. He not really like a taller. I'm worried about these taller wing guys. That's
Yeah.
where I see like the hole at besides Jokic. But I feel like we make it ugly for him. Get these guys out of a rhythm. We were doing pretty good against the Nuggets. I think we won the last 2 meetings, but we know regular season and postseason not the same thing. But with that being said, Lakers make it ugly. I'm gonna say it again, and we get this thing done in 6, and we get Bron back into the finals.
Lovely. I hope you're right because I'm going against you again. I hate to do it, but
you want to put a pack on it?
Chill. Not to. Oh, I thought that was the Canadian Miss. That's a Canada Dry. Okay.
No, Canada.
Okay. Yeah. Whole different setup. All right. Before the playoffs started, we had our playoff preview, and I sat here and I said, Bron is going to be able to coast and pick his spots until they play who? Denver. I said this weeks ago. Now, it's even more apparent to me that Bron is not going to have the choice to coast because he is going to have to put pressure on that rim in a way that he did against Golden State in Game 6. He's going to have to do that throughout the series, right? This is going to be a make it or break it series for Bron. I don't trust his guys around him enough to chill.
They get more days though, right?
They do.
Between games.
They do.
I think that's gonna be a good factor too.
That's
Bron.
huge. That is huge. But back to the matchup. Like I'm not gonna say I don't think the role players on LA can get it done, but this is gonna have to be a Bron and AD show. The thing I would give them the advantage on is AD is a plus on the offensive end against Jokic. AD really can he should be able to take care of business and do whatever he wants against Jokic, if we're being honest. But back to your point, when the Lakers are on defense, are you going to pull AD away from the basket and have him come out to the top of the key and guard Jokic? Because if he does, it's going to be a back cut bonanza, and it's going to be bad for the Lakers. And they're going to get beat by 20 in every game.
20 is crazy.
Okay, they're going to get beat by 15 in every game if AD is coming out to the three-point line to guard Jokic. Now, on the other side, if he's not coming out to the three-point line to guard Jokic, and say Jared Vanderbilt is, they're in even worse trouble. Because you know what that means? One, Jokic is looking over him, finding guys, or scoring over him, shooting over him. And if he's not doing that, on the offensive end, LeBron has to rely on Jared Vanderbilt to knock down shots to keep them in the game because we know the Nuggets offense is one of the best offenses in league history. So are you going to be able to keep up with that with a non-shooter on the court?
That's through Jokic. They got to play. They're gonna have to play through him. They're gonna have to play through him again.
So with that being said, I think this is a much better Denver team than we've seen in the past against LA. I'm gonna have to give them the edge. I'm gonna go Denver in 6.
Yeah, of little
Sorry.
faith.
Maybe 7. Let's go 7. No, because Bron not losing in 7. If it goes 7, LA win it. So let's go Denver in 6. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just excited to see the bigs battle it out.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good matchup. Yeah, this is exactly what I want. So, if they if they let Jokic get a triple double every game, then I can see the Nuggets winning in 6.
Oh,
but
he's going.
If they shut down like one of those, not necessarily having to be boards, he's gonna get boards. He's 7-11. Like, come on, the guy's gonna get boards. But if they got to either one stop him passing or stop him shooting, scoring. So they got to pick one.
Yeah.
And if they shut one of those down, I think the Lakers can get it done at 6.
If they
let them get a triple double 3 games, then this series is going to 7. And we got to see Bron go ahead and drop 40.
Give me the game, CeeLo. How many games?
I can't really give you the games yet, man. I got to see how these bigs are going to play. I got to see if AD is going to show up. I got to see if Jokic put a body on AD, if he's going to flop and go to the locker room, or if he's going to stand tall and play harder. That's what I got to see first, honestly. The rest of it, I feel like is just kind of even keel, especially with the matchups and the role players coming off the bench. I feel like it's all pretty even keel. I think the Nuggets have the advantage in the guard position with Jamal Murray, but I feel like that Aaron Gordon is also gonna have to be an X factor.
He's an X
for the
factor.
Nuggets. He's got to be. He's got to be an X factor for the Nuggets, but. I don't know if we're gonna see that. You know what I mean? Like it's different each series for him. So we don't know if he has to be, then I can see the Nuggets in 6. But if not, then LBJ to the finals for the 12th time.
I like it. I got a question for you, Melly.
Yeah.
Since you are our Lakers insider here, who do you expect to be guarding Jamal?
Do I expect to be guarding Jamal?
Jamal, yeah. It's gonna be Schroeder, Reeves.
We're gonna see some Schroeder, some Reeves. Like I said, it's gonna be. I feel like Darvin Ham does a good thing on defense with showing them different looks. So with that with those switches, shit, we could throw Lonnie Walker in. Like I like throwing different guys on them is what's gonna switch them up because it's all different types of people. So. I think you could even if it permits, put Hachimura in, bigger guy, more physical guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
He put together. So if it permits, and I think the Lakers, they got to win the non-Jokic minutes, and I feel like what's going to come into play is if he has to be on the court the whole time, and the Lakers are being physical with him. And he isn't getting everything he wants, like on the offensive end. They got to make him work for every bucket. It's gonna be a long night.
Yep,
it's gonna be a long night. So you know what I'm saying. Your legs tired. I know he don't really get no lift on the jumper, but we might see a couple fat man jumpers. That's what I'm hoping on. I'm hoping they tire cut out.
Yeah, because he's liable to get lazy and slow.
I want to see him get lazy, get sloppy, maybe give us a couple little lazy passes. We still
in shape now, man.
But I was about to say he's still in way better shape than Embiid.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a different type of like that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They putting Landale on him, and we know Ayton don't want to play no defense. So he gonna come in, and I feel like the Lakers gonna slide into this like how they slid into the Warriors series where they were seeing a completely different look where AD is making them shots that Sabonis was bricking. And in this
they
case,
didn't play AD like they played Sabonis.
I know.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the changes, the style of big they playing. The style of big the Nuggets have been playing has been what? Zubac, Jock Landale, DeAndre Ayton. You know what I'm saying? These are the guys he's been seeing. We talking about those guys are, a little bit more brute, back to the basket. I know Ayton's a finesse guy, but AD is a finesse guy as well.
Well, they played against Cat too.
They played against Cat too, but
another finesse guy.
No count to Jokic.
I'm saying Jokic played. That's what I'm saying. Jokic played against Cat.
Oh, okay.
Like Denver has. So,
honestly, the best comp Jokic had in the West was probably Nurkic. Honestly, that's me being honest. Like
about that European ball.
Yeah, that's his best comp. Honestly, outside of AD, that's what I'm really hoping to see AD just kind of step up and be like, okay, like this ain't gonna hurt me. But if he get a shoulder and like chest or something like that, he go out. Yeah.
You think Jokic's gonna drop that shoulder?
Jokic's liable to do it.
Going to have to.
We've seen him do it a couple times last series.
Yeah, he's going. Right. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say he's going to have to. If the other guys do what they're supposed to, he's not going to have to. But if Jamal Murray have a cold night where he shoot 0 for 7 from 3, but then he still scored 30 points from free throws, you probably gonna see him drop a couple shoulders in there for sure.
So this is what I look at as a styles makes fights type of series, because these two teams play completely different, and they're both two enticing styles of basketball. So I think it's just going to be a fun matchup. I wouldn't bet on this series for those of you at home. Hey, have fun, enjoy basketball. Every series, every game is not meant to be bet on. This is one of those series that you sit back and you enjoy it. We got two of the smartest guys in the league going at it in Brown and Jokic, high level offensive operators. So hey,
Getting them lanes.
get the popcorn ready for this
This
series,
game
man.
gonna
This
be
one of
won
them.
between them lanes.
Go
One of
ahead
them
and delete
ones.
FanDuel, MGM, Barstool, all of those. Just
Hey, hold on.
Watch,
No, we
just
still got to
watch.
get Jimmy. We still got to get them Jimmy PPDs in. Come on now.
Cool.
No, don't drop no free promo for them until they see us.
Yeah.
Until we
Right.
when we get them million subs, we 100K. You know what I'm saying? They can come talk to us and we'll drop their name.
All right,
But
bet.
Yeah.
as of now,
Dual
they ain't
fan.
giving-
I'm a
they ain't
dual
giving us
fan.
no check.
GMG. That's what I'm calling.
Yeah,
Stool bar.
yeah, all that. All y'all come holler at us if y'all want us to drop. Give us a little code or something. You know what I'm
Thanks.
saying? We doing it. And we giving the people what they want. Pause. But yeah, man. Y'all got any more topics? Anything on y'all mind? Any questions from the fans? Talk to NBA.
I would like to step into the NFL world for a little second,
Let's get it, man.
if you would allow me.
Okay.
So, my biggest rival, the Washington Commanders, have been sold to the Josh Harris Group. And Magic Johnson is also on that ownership team, in that ownership group. And throughout my entire life, my 25 years, the Commanders, even when they were good and talented, they were still a poorly ran team, poorly ran organization. Like, they'll be good, but you'll see them fighting each other on the sideline, that type stuff.
They like rank worse than everything.
They rank worse than everything. Their stands were falling apart and almost fell on Jalen Hurts last year. Like, this is the most trash franchise in the league, and they just got bought by some people who actually care about sports. So it's good to see it come into the NFC East. Washington will be comp in the future, in the near future. So shout out to getting Dan Snyder out the league. Shout out to the commies, my biggest rivals. It's time to ball, man.
Your biggest rivals ain't the
We
Eagles.
gotta stay right.
All right, dog. I heard your OC has some new plans. You got to harp on that. He has some new plans for Dakota.
Nah, what'd he say? Let me hear it. I did not even.
Said they're gonna be a little bit more conservative with that ball. He a little loose. It's gonna be.
That's not even true. So now, okay.
Oh, man.
Let me chill. But I will say
you
this.
need a whole episode for yourself for that one.
That's a bonus episode for the weekend. I'll tell you, I'll really break down every Dak pick, because if you think he was loose with the ball, you obviously were not watching the same film as me, because I saw receivers dropping the ball, running the wrong routes. I talked to one of the coaches who actually installed their receiver option. I talked to him at a clinic in Grand Rapids not too long ago, and he told me Michael Gallup ran the wrong route on that pick that Dak threw against the Niners. The one on the out route on the left sideline, I think it was Diamador Lenore that picked it off. I could be wrong about that. But he told me Mike G ran the route wrong. And he broke it down to me how it's supposed to be ran, how the Cowboys came to his facility and practiced it, right? So I got some real, breakdowns of what was really going on that I could get into. We won't do it today.
Save the juice.
We won't do it today.
Save the juice.
No Dak slander over here.
No.
None whatsoever.
Hey, I bet he still throw more picks than CJ Stroud.
And twice as many touchdowns.
All right, man. I'm gonna run through this. Power ranking that just dropped. I'm gonna just go through 10 real quick. I'm gonna rattle them off.
Go ahead.
Yep.
So number 1, Kansas City Chiefs, of course. Most improved position, defensive line, the edge.
Okay.
Number 2, Cincinnati Bengals. Most improved offensive tackle. We know Joe Burrow gets murdered for the past, every season he's been in the league.
Yep.
Philadelphia Eagles, most improved cornerback. Re-signed James Bradbury and retaining Darius Slay. Picked up Keely Ringo, Philadelphia Bulldogs. Buffalo Bills, most improved. They just said the offense. They got Kincaid, Trent Sherfield, Dante Hardy, 5th-round pick Justin Shorter. Okay. San Francisco 49ers at 5. Most improved defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? Scooped Eric Armstead and Javon Hargrave, who was getting on your boys.
Yes, he was.
Miami Dolphins, ranked number 6. Most improved the defense. They scooped up Jalen Ramsey. AFC East gonna be tough.
Very.
Number 7, them boys, the Cowboys, most improved defensive line. We know they scooped Brandon Cooks, a great veteran receiver, Mozzie Smith, and Jonathan Hankins is returning.
Yep.
And you know they got
late last year.
You know they got the boy Micah Parsons too. Baltimore Ravens, we know what they did in the wide receiver room. They're ranked number 8. The Baltimore Ravens ranked number 8. O'Delly, Nelson Aguilar, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman. They got something going over there in Baltimore.
Not bad.
Chargers at 9. Most improved wide receiver. They scoop. Well, they still got Keenan Allen and Mike Will. Mike Will a dog, by the way. Then they scoop Quentin Johnson. They got big receivers over there. Man, we gonna see some more highlight reel catches.
Jackpot.
Yeah. At number 10, this team has been inflated, I feel like. The Jacksonville Jags. They improved the running back room. They had Calvin Ridley, Travis Etienne. They added Dearney Johnson.
Yes, sir. My boy Dearney.
Yeah. And then the free agency, they scooped Auburn's Tank Bigsby.
Mm-hmm.
And right peeking out on the edge is the Seahawks at 11 and the Jets at 12.
Wow. First thing I noticed, no NFC North teams.
NFC North?
Right.
Yeah.
No.
None.
No NFC
Thank you.
North.
That's how it
No
should
NFC
be.
North teams.
That's how it should be.
I got it. The only thing that's wrong with this ranking, I think, in my honest opinion, that the Jets and the Bills should switch spots.
Are you insane?
No, I'm not. No.
So
I'm not.
you think the Jets should go from 12 to 3?
No, they were 5. He just said 5, right?
No, I thought the Cowboys were 5.
No, the Cowboys are
Cowboys
7.
7.
Bills is 5.
49ers are 5. Bills are 4.
Bills
Okay,
are 4.
no, okay. Man,
I do think the Jets will be good, though. I do. I really do.
bruh,
I feel like they just got to show improve.
Yeah, they got to show it first.
the Bills' defense was awful.
It was statistically good, but it was bad. When we watched it, it was soft. It was a soft
They
defense.
secondary.
bad.
They secondary
soft
was their secondary is banged up.
But the defensive line wasn't that great either. Like, I don't understand. I'm not understanding, bro.
Well, they tried to scoop. I feel like it's more their offense was
Look,
putting
man,
up numbers.
Bills on paper are not Bills on TV. Like,
Well, Vaughn will be back too. Vaughn, that when he got hurt, that hurt
Yeah,
his
that was
team.
that was the big signing that was going to help them.
yeah,
Chase
very
after
true. Very true.
Mahomes and all that.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I got
feel
another
like-
issue though
Yeah, go ahead.
with this list. Can you run that top 3 back real quick? Chiefs.
Bengals, and Eagles.
Yeah, Bengals should be in between the Cowboys, right under the Cowboys, right above the Ravens. That's where
Okay.
I would put the Bengals.
Now who you putting right there?
I would just slide everybody down.
Oh, okay.
Everything else sounds feasible enough to me, but maybe, honestly, I would probably put the Cowboys above the Bills too.
Yeah. I don't really like where the Bills are
I
placed.
put
right
San
now,
Fran
to be honest with you.
above the Bills.
San
Yeah,
Fran should be
facts.
above the Bills.
I
So,
think-
okay, so we got 2 teams that are just completely out of place here. The Bills are out of place, and the Bengals are out of place.
I think the Jets are out of place too. I think the Jets should be within that top 10. I ain't saying they're supposed to be top 5, but they
Man,
should
I
be
would
within that top 10.
Yeah.
go Chiefs, Eagles, 49ers,
Cowboys.
Bengals, Cowboys.
That's feasible.
Yes,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But
Because Miami, you know what I'm saying? They still got their thing going on with Tua, and then Dallas has a good defense. Like, I feel like everybody focused so much
number
on
1 defense in the league last year.
the Dak turnovers, which
Mhm.
I still think
We're
when
still
Dak is
top
on,
3 offense in the league.
when Dak is on, he's on. So,
Mhm.
and I'm not a Cowboys fan. You know what I'm saying? 49ers spanked them boys every time they get a chance, but
And it's funny you say that because the Cowboys spank the Bengals every time they get a chance. So I don't know why they keep getting over us. It's probably because we don't play them enough. But every
It's
time we
just
play them,
it's a
make
bad
them
match.
really.
It's a bad matchup for them.
It is because we're tougher. Is what
Matchups
it comes down to.
Offensive
Honestly.
line poop.
the
They
offensive
tried to make
line.
upgrades. It was still poop.
Micah,
Yeah.
Micah was eating.
He's eating.
Or like if he not causing havoc, somebody else gonna get freed up.
Yep. Now,
So,
by the end of the year, there's a couple teams that I got on the radar, right? On the bubble of this top 12 that I think will be flirting around that 12, 11, 10 spot. Off the top of my head, I would say Cleveland will be one of those teams. I think Green Bay could possibly be one of those teams, depending on what their offense looks like, because their defense will be insane this year. They're slept on. And then another team that I think could probably crack that, mostly because of their schedule. Well, the Steelers have a tough schedule. They'll be solid, but I'm still not completely sold on Kenny Pickett.
Okay.
But I was gonna say the Saints, because the Saints will run through the South. They'll run through the South, so I think there'll be another team that's on that 12, 13 spot. You know,
Are you calling the Derek Carr bounce back? Is that what you call him?
I always want to err on the side of defense.
Okay.
Yeah,
Saints
defense.
He didn't have a defense, and like he didn't have as good as a defense as he did for the Raiders as he does for the Saints. So if he throws 2 picks, you know what I'm saying. Marshawn Lattimore could have 2 picks, or you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You get a Cam Jordan strip sack, something like that. So
DeMario Davis forced fumble, you know what I mean? Like
stuff like that. So
they're hitting. Honey Badger hitting.
The Steelers always got a defense. The Patriots always got playmakers on defense. And them is like teams with they always got somebody who's gonna wreak havoc and ruin your parlay. So
yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the Broncos up there with what
Oh, that's a good one.
And part of the reason is because you keep saying the Saints. I feel like the Saints and the Broncos, 2 opposite divisions, but they're on that same kind of path.
They're in the same tier for sure.
I'll err the side of defense and an improved offensive scheme.
I think it could be a rush comeback year, especially under Sean Payton.
I agree.
Right. So, I definitely want to throw the Broncos up there. I think that's a team that's misplaced. That's not on the list that was read. They should definitely be up there. They made some pretty decent moves, and it's mainly like they already had the team for it. It's mainly the coaching moves that they made that I think should boost them up in those power rankings for sure.
Yeah,
people tough on Russ after that year, which understandably so. But this is all speculation. This is all before the season. We ain't played a game yet, so we don't know. We will see. Give it 5 games, and these teams are gonna show who they are. So even less. But hey, man, them was our topics. Unless y'all got something else.
No surprise team for you, Melly. No surprise team for you. Nothing.
No surprise team for me. I feel like the Vikings still gonna be good.
The Vikings. I wanted to say the Vikings, but
I feel like the Vikings still gonna be good. The conference is, there ain't nobody in NFC North in the top 10 of this power ranking right now, and I feel like they can have a better year than they can have a better record than the Jags again.
Yeah,
but yeah, bro. It's all speculation right now. You know what I'm saying? That we was high on the Broncos last year because they scooped Russ, and it was supposed to look all good and all of that. Well, it was a splash signing. It was a splash signing.
I was about to say off rip. I said it was
a lot of people. A lot of people for years were saying the Broncos was a quarterback away, just like how the Jets is now. That's the equivalent to what it was. If they just had competent quarterback play with that defense, well, they didn't get competent quarterback play. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is going to have the same year, but they had similar type situations. That's all I'm saying. I want to make that very clear because when I be posting these clips, y'all be getting on us about the smallest things we be saying, bro. Y'all be going crazy in the comments, dog. So we clip it up. But anyway, I love y'all. Y'all got us to 100 to 10 subscribers. It's only up from here. The next, we on the road to 200, 200 to 500, 500 to 1,000, 1,000 to a milli, dog. We going all the way up top. I love y'all, man. This has been the 111 show. Chaz, CeeLo.
Appreciate you. It's been a pleasure. As
I'm
always.
gonna get us out of here, Cole.
Go ahead, get it. Go ahead.